Thank you for coming to the Diorama Center Gallery. It's my pleasure to welcome the First Lines exhibition, and it's opening tonight, and to welcome Fergal Keane, who will say some words about the exhibition.
Paul insisted I stand on that. I'm not really big enough to be here. Normally in Ireland, you'd thank the parish priest for the loan of the hall. Thank you very much, directors of the Diorama Gallery. So you said I talk about the exhibition. I'm no expert in art, but I do know what I like. And from the very first time that Paul emailed to me some of his work, I knew that I liked what I was seeing. And there's a phrase of Louis MacNeice's that comes to mind in a poem he wrote called Snow, where he talked about the wonder of things being various. And that really strikes me walking around here tonight. Not just in terms of colour and form, but ideas. Because Paul Piercy is bristling with ideas. And I think we're only at the very beginning of what is bound to be an incredibly productive public career. Because he's had a private one, of course. He's been painting, as he told me, since he was about 6 or 7. Didn't have exhibitions in those days, but Paul, you've arrived. And not before time. What I'd like to really talk about is Paul Piercy, the person. Now, I was enjoined earlier today on the radio by him not to use the name Paul Piercy, but you all know him. I was said you've got to call him cave painter. Paul and I should know each other for decades, but it's only been about 4 years since we got to know each other. And it came about after I wrote something about my father, which Paul heard on the radio, and he said, Keane, and the description of the man, I think I knew that fellow. And he got in touch with me and came up to dinner and sat on the couch, and he recalled how he and my father had been friends in this city in the late 1950s and had done every kind of odd job under the sun. They'd gone picking hops in Kent, picking lots more in London of God knows what. I then started telling him about, the thing that enthused both of them was the dramatic life and art, and they would recite poetry and parts of plays to each other. And he then told me about a job that they both did in London. And I sat there in disbelief when he described this job to me. Disbelief and a huge amount of sorrow, curiously enough. Because when I was, just before my father died, he sat in the car with me, and he was in the habit of telling very tall tales. And he said, "Oh, this day is very cold." I said, "It is indeed." And he said, "You know, it's as cold as it was when we were packing beaver skins for the Hudson Bay Trading Company." Right, says I. And I thought no more of it. And then Paul sat on the couch and he said, "Yeah, there was this job we used to do." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, there was no other money. We'd go down to the Hudson Bay Trading Company in Covent Garden and pack the furs for them." And I said, "Were there beaver skins?" "Yes," he said, "and they stank like it was freezing in there." And he connected me with something very important, and that is about belief in people. He allowed me to believe in more of my father than I had been able to believe until that moment. And that's a great gift to give someone. So I'm here tonight to pay honour to a wonderful artist, and for me very fundamentally to a great human being. And very often the two don't go hand in hand. We know plenty writers, artists who are complete shits. Paul is not. He has that very, very rare thing of being a great human being and a great artist. So to Paul, cave painter, good luck.
Thank you, Paul.